Hello, good evening, dear teacher. My name is Vanessa Victor. In this moment, I'm going to explain how to take my class. First, I'm going to do this activity, warm up activity. Then, I'm going to do or give the introduction, the topic through this poster. Then, I'm going to do exercise through these pictures. Um, this picture too, and also using these flashcards. Then I'm going to do finally, and obviously, with this exercise, this short evaluation. In this moment, I'm going to explain step by step my lesson plans. And first, I'm going to explain the 1 point and the first point, that is the informative date and the name of the school doesn't apply. The topic is second conditional. The date is July 6th, 2020. The grade is applied to students' first baccalaureate. Duration of class is 45 minutes. And proficiency level is elementary A2.2 CEFR. Lesson plan designer Vanessa Victor Parrales, me. And then the second point is TOEFL objectives. In this part, we need to apply force ability and listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Um, listening, listening objective is identify and follow instructions. Speaking accurately name and new vocabulary words. Reading and recognize the vocabulary words. Writing and construct their own sentence using the second conditional. In this part, it is necessary to apply these forces ability or skills because when they use a skill listening, the students are listening throughout the poster when the teacher explain the class or talking for them, and also give one instructions for the activity, and speaking when the student talking with other classmates and for about one activity, I don't know. But reading, and when the student reading this part, for example, and the poster, the exercise, and the in the book, and writing when the student write this exercise, when the student do the activities, then it's necessary to apply these abilities, this skill for do or practice in the class. Then the point three is methodology and strategies. In this part, applied two methodology: communicative language teaching, total physical response. Because communicative language teaching, when the teacher explain the class, is communicative with students, in total physical response because the students and teacher interact in the class for exercise, for speaking, for conversation, for do exercise or do reading or do, I don't know, the activities, but practice this methodology and strategies, world class words and conversation, review of the answers on worksheets and flashcards. I don't know, but I'm an individual and growth word is another strategies when the communicative activity, when the teacher said or give order to do the students. The fourth point is anticipatory step, and the teacher may use of presentation of the student topic, the throughout they use the poster using project slides in class in which event to explain the using a second conditional describing and situation in which should be used, presenting to explanation to appropriate structure, allowing participation in the students and example in this exercise. For example, this if I won the lottery, I would buy a new car. This is an example in this part. Explain state by state for do or apply in the class. The 5 point is main teaching input. And in this part, explain state by state all the activity to do. For example, first one an activity, the teacher perform activity to remembrance of their conjugations in the order formulate sentence. Um, Worksheet from a student decide where to use development and of the activity. Teacher show structure of second conditional. Teacher give a student worksheet and teacher watch around the checking students. Teacher and student check the answers. Teacher monitoring the correct pronunciation and teacher and student conclude and finish the topic reviewed with all the class. And the sixth point, for example, we have the modeling. The students solve the proposed exercise, increasing the ability and formulate sentences, increasing imaginations in case of expressing situations that describe a specific events or a specific would happen. And 7 points is guided practice. And for example, the students will express conditional situation taking into account their daily life. Expressing different situations will help to dictionary, avoid the use the same verb, increasing the student vocabulary. The number 9 is assessment, and the teacher performs graph of force to which will give a series of flashcards and formulate sentence and suggest studies and according to the image that is the same example for this and only be admired the follow allowing the student imagine the situation or also to practice in this class with this sentence. And the number 10 is closing, reviewed, and followed. In this part, the class will be concluded with reviewing topic briefly, student result short evaluations, and at the end of the class, this left the teacher know the level of of completion of the class and its students. Okay, in this moment, I'm going to talk two aspects, positive and negative aspects about of my lesson plans. The positive aspect is the great moment because the teacher planified that or apply the plan lesson plan to do the class and the teacher can give the class and finish with the successful results. Um, the negative aspect about of my lesson plan can be the time, for example, because this topic all the students don't understand or there are a part that the students don't understand or some students don't understand. For example, the or confuse to apply in this part to do the sentences. Um, and finally, I'm going to to explain the what activity I can change. In my opinion, for example, I come to do the another activity. For example, a free activity at the end of the class for the student enjoying the class and can be happy for the class. And that is all about my first lesson plans. Thank you very much, teacher.